the basic stuff you need to practice each and every day. So watching them do that for so many years and talk about it, man, it shows you where good players, great players, and the elite players go at. That's why you have Hall of Famers because they go them extra miles along the way. So kudos to you guys, man, for that. Also, another thing, someone give a big shout out to All Ball because Sunday around our neighborhood, the Hill, last Sunday we had a basketball tournament, 4 teams, and it was wonderful. And All Ball did the commentating on both sides, so that was wonderful to actually hear that. I'm not going to tell you the fans that was involved with it, but it was neighborhood guys, and to have the neighborhood guys play ball like that was fantastic, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you always, boss, man. Dom, if you could, I know. Remember, you from, you out there in LA, so I already know. You've heard and seen so many Kobe Bryant moments. Dom, I would love to hear one of your favorite Kobe Bryant moments that you either witnessed or heard or you saw via TV or whatever.
Man, so many, but one of them that comes to mind is an underrated one. 2013 season when the Lakers had gotten Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. I mean, I wanted it to fail so bad. Like, I wanted it to blow up in their face so bad. And it was failing, like, massively. They were, like, 17-25. And I was, like, getting ready to talk so much shit. I was like, if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, like, what you got to say about Kobe now? What you got to say about the team, Dwight Howard, all this stuff. Because you already know how I felt about Dwight Howard, all ball, at that time. Not a fan. So when Kobe, though, he kind of didn't even let me talk shit because I've never seen a player will their team to the playoffs like that in my entire life. Like, he wouldn't accept defeat. There were so many games that were so close, and I would say the one moment that sticks out was this random game. I think it was in like March against Toronto, and he was making the most ridiculous shots. They kept the game alive and then won the game with a game-winning. I think it was a dunk in overtime. But like the array of pump fakes and that he would throw before he shot like a contested three or just a really tough shot over multiple defenders. I don't think anybody in the history of the game has the tough shot making ability of him. That's one of my most underrated. But obviously I've got tons because I got to watch him on local television every single night for 10 years. The first 8 years though, I mean, it's just before the Achilles is different.
Wow. Good story, Don. That's very good, man.
Thank you.
Wow, yeah, appreciate that, Dom. That's Turbo.
That's
Turbo.
Turbo, what up, man? Always
What up,
love Turbo.
Turb?
Please, Turbo, we want to hear one of your best Kobe Bryant moments, man. Give us one, brother.
Wow. I gotta go with 25 years ago, his all-star debut at the Garden in the hometown, man. I mean, the hype. I mean, the storyline and everything. It was crazy. And then you got to remember, he was starting at 19. He didn't even start on his own team. So yeah, that All-Star, that 98 All-Star game is definitely one of like my favorite memory of Kobe for sure.
Who played no All-Star game that year? Was that with Steph and
No. In 2000, no, in 2019 at the I meant 98 at the Madison Square Garden. That was Jordan's last year and Kobe's
last year? Okay.
first All-Star game.
KG, Shaq, I think Duncan,
Nick Van Exel.
Oh, 4. I think that's
right.
the first time since the 70s that you have 4 players from one team make an All-Star team.
Had to be Boston, then had to be from Boston in the 70s.
Boston and the Lakers when they had
Yes.
Jerry West. I want to say West, Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and somebody else.
I think Gail Goodrich. Probably Gail Goodrich.
Oh, maybe, yeah. But it was
Maybe.
they were going back and forth, but those are the teams that were going to have them. But of course, the Lakers, and I think did the Pistons have it too in 04?
They had 3.
They had 3.
05 and 05 and 05.
Okay. That was the first time there.
Yeah. But 98 was like my favorite favorite moment. Like I was hyped for the All-Star game. And of course, you know, when NBC did the All-Star game, they always did it up.
Yeah, it felt different with NBC.
Yeah.
The
I
games,
guess
everything.
NBC was a game changer for the NBA, if you really think about it, because people forget the NBA used to be on CBS.
right.
Oh, that was before my time.
That's 80s.
That was before my time too.
No, 80s. No way. The 80s games were on CBS. Boston had definitely watched some games on CBS. I'm already knowing.
Oh, absolutely, man. You
I
had
was a
5
baby.
Tims back then.
Yeah, no, Fabio
It was-
for sure, but
It was straight baseball in my household, Dom. That's what it
Ooh-wee.
was.
That's what it was, boy. Baseball supersede everything, man.
Yeah, you created me, kid of
You
me.
know.
But yeah, now go ahead, boss man.
I just when Kobe Bryant came to New York, and our great friend Maurice Hicks was the coach of Rice High School, and he went by to see the kids there, man. It was just remarkable, man. Just to see the kids' faces when they saw Kobe Bryant in the gym, coming by to see them. Now we have to remember, Rice High School doesn't have a real big gym. They had a small gym, probably small as West 4th Street. So when Kobe came by there, and it was just remarkable, man, just to see him there, come in New York City and played. I think that was the same year they played them in the All-Star game at Madison Square Garden too. So, you know, Kobe was different, man. He was different on the court, off the court.
or the last year or whatever that. What was the last All-Star game? It was like 2014, right? 14 or 15, right?
But I don't know if that
it
wasn't
had
at
to
the
been
Garden
98.
though,
It had to
right?
been
The year
98. It had to been
the year
98.
they was the year they was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, because when did Rice High School close down?
Oh gosh. This is 2023. I want to say around 14, 15, somewhere 16.
So it
I'll
probably
have
had
to
to
look
been
it up.
around. So it had to been around that time.
Yeah, probably so. I have to look it up to make sure.
Because around 98, Kobe was just coming into his shadows. He wasn't really like a superstar. Yeah.
I got a chance to meet his father too at Riverbank State Park. So they had we had this tournament, Puerto Rico versus other Puerto Rico and other teams played at Riverbank State Park, and his father was there playing. His father killed him. His father did his thing too. Jelly Bean did his thing. I was surprised. I said, wow.
Oh, this is when he was at his because I heard he was still playing in his mid-50s.
Yeah, he's playing. This had to be around 20 years ago.
Yeah, like around 2000. Yeah, because they said he played in the ABA a CBA game or something like that.
Father was good, man. You know?
Oh, I know. I heard stories. My pops, rest in peace. Oh, they used to go everywhere and watch the ball. So.
And like everybody said before, rest in peace, Kobe, man. You know, you didn't get all the flowers that you probably deserve, but you got a lot of flowers from your players that he played against and all that, which was good. You know, the guys who definitely respected his game and what he was all about on the basketball court and off the basketball court.
Yeah.
You know. And to the families that we lost in the helicopter too, man.
Yeah.
All that was a tragedy, man.
Yeah, we gotta salute. Yeah, we gotta salute them too. We can't forget them either. Yeah, like salute.
Gotta pay our respects to these people, man. You know. We don't have Kobe when he got in the basketball court, it's just different, man. It's just different energy. It wasn't about I'm giving you all when I get on the court. When I get on the basketball court, you're getting 110% from me. From baseline to baseline, from the inline to the inline, from the sideline to the sidelines. You know, he gave his all, man. So to see that, man, from a guy like that, you know, it was just remarkable, man. I mean, he improved every year on something, whether it was shooting, you know, ball handling, whatever it may be, attacking the basket.
No matter how old he got. That's the crazy.
Yeah, man.
How old he got, he still worked on his game, even on his late 30s. I remember James Worthy when they were talking about, you know, their memories and stuff. He said he got a phone call. Somebody, one of the trainers called him and said, Kobe wants you to come to the gym in the morning for footwork advice. And he's like, just like, huh? Like, footwork in the world. What does he want about me? Like, Kobe was very precise on how he wanted to work on his team. For sure.
Yeah,
He wanted to be. He was a perfectionist, if you want to put in that word.
exactly. He had called the Dream
Hakeem
too.
Olajuwon. Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
Hakeem
worked out with
Olajuwon
the
said, "Yo, you
Dream.
got the best damn footwork in the world." No, he's like, "Yo, I want no." He's like, "You are the master when it comes to footwork. I want to work with you." I was like, "Damn."
He showed him some moves too, man. Because like you said, footwork is all you need. I mean, not all you need, but footwork is so important in the game of sports because you have to be able to get to your spot. Get to your spot by using footwork. It's not always a dribble, it's the footwork. When you're stationary, how do you do this? How do you ball fake and things like that? It's an art to all of that stuff. So once Kobe mastered that stuff, he just became just a superb player, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like wow. It was like wow. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, yeah, he was definitely a perfectionist. And you heard the stories when he came in. He wanted it so bad. That's why. And then got to give credit to Gary Payton too, because that was another mentor.
Yeah.
Because he said, "Yo, I want to be a better defender," and he always went to the right people to get advice. He's like, "Yo, I want to be on the all defensive team this year. Like, how can I get better?" And Gary Payton took him and Kevin Garnett on the court and showed them. I was like, wow. And there's like a little clip on YouTube when Gary Payton was showing him how to defend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
gotta look for that.
It's like a quick second, but up there though.
Mm-hmm.
In the 2000s, at
Okay.
Oklahoma, yeah.
I mean, look at Jerry West when they got that pick, man, because he was going to where was he going? He was
Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. Made that trade, man, and he saw something in that man that was going to be special, man. It takes a special person to notice another special person, man.
Now, Jerry West, when it comes to scouting and knowing what type of players to get, Jerry West was one of the best in the business.
Oh,
for sure.
He was just unbelievable, man.
He knew what would work, what would not work. I mean, to me, I think his best. Of course, everybody's going to say his success with the Lakers as a GM and everything like that. But to me, his best work is how he turned the Memphis Grizzlies around. I mean, come on, when we think about Memphis, we don't think Memphis as a basketball town. We think of Elvis and good barbecue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that whole Memphis, Tennessee, that's more like a football town.
Very true, man.
But basketball has just like if you would have said to yourself 20 years ago that Memphis would be a powerhouse as far as basketball, you would have been laughing.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Toronto. Toronto was never a basketball town. That was a hockey town. And now basketball just took hockey and just dumped it in the river.
Yeah. Well, basketball, I'm not going to say it's the most popular sport in the world.
No.
I believe soccer is the most popular sport in the world.
No, soccer, yeah. But I'm just saying, in Toronto, just that city alone, because I went to Toronto when they used to have the carnival events. I would always go there. And they had I was there around the time when they had the the FIBA World Tournament.
Okay.
I went there in '94, and
Okay.
I stayed in a hotel where all the players stayed, all the ball players stayed, and
Mm-hmm.
stayed in we stayed at the same hotel as they did. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I was like, wow. Everybody was like, yeah, the USA players stay here. I was like, word. I was wandering around there to see if I seen Shaq or Derek Coleman or any of those guys.
Right, right.
Mark Price.
Mark Price was bad back in this days too, man. That boy can shoot the ball, boy.
He was the original Steph Curry on the low.
Yes.
I know we
Yes.
talk about Chris
Georgia
Jackson.
Tech, right? You went to Georgia
Yes,
Tech?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I know we talk about Chris Jackson, but we got to put Mark in that category. Mark Price in that category too.
They was talking about this on ESPN yesterday. Some of the top point guards, and they was putting them in categories. So they put Iverson in the category of point guard. So they're not using. It was amazing how they was putting. You know, he's a point guard. Isaiah Thomas, Nash. You know, Bob Cousy, Magic Johnson. And when people was asked on the show, who would you pick? Some guys said they'd pick Magic. I mean, there's some guys said they would pick Isaiah Thomas because Isaiah Thomas was a beast, man. We could say he was a small guy, 6 feet, 6 foot, but he was a beast, man. He was an animal on that basketball court, man. He could do everything: shoot the three, pass, dribble.
Imagine if he was 6'5", 6'6".
Oh my gosh!
I think he would have been. He definitely would have been Magic's kryptonite.
Oh gosh!
He would have been even.
He was tough, man.
And you know what's crazy? And when we was talking about those two guys, and a lot of people, and I was and shout out to Hey Fish. I don't know if you saw the Slam magazine. I think they had like all the top 100 point guards.
I didn't see that
It
one.
was January. I think it was the July or the June issue.
Okay.
But I know I post when I post Penny Hardaway for his birthday or whatever, or a day, and I said he's definitely a top 25 point guard of all time as far as NBA. Yeah, I said if he was healthy, he would have cracked the top 5 if the injuries didn't derail him.
Exactly. Hold on, Chubb. I got to get out of here, Chubb. They're calling me now. I love y'all guys, man. Be good. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. If y'all jump on later on, I'll be back on.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Later.